Hey, welcome to another episode of Rockin Comics. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
And today we're going to talk about comic book movies, comic books, and manga.
Woohoo!
So comic book movies, Thor's out, loved it. You haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it. I can't say anything.
I know. Don't see it. I talked about it before. Don't see it in 3D. You're wasting your money. You'll love it. Also out this past weekend on the 13th, Priest, based on a Vietnamese graphic novel. It's about vampires and a guy who hunts them. And the vampires, they aren't sparkly and they don't, you don't want to date them and they're not in high school.
They're not described on every single page as ridiculously handsome.
No, they are not. So that alone makes me want to see it. I haven't seen it yet. Plus, I like the guy who stars in it, whose name I cannot remember.
The guy who is Chaucer in A Knight's Tale. He's been in a couple things.
Can't think of his name.
He's a fantastic actor. Just don't know what his name is.
Nope.
Yeah.
Still can't think of it.
Whoops.
But as far as superhero movies coming out, looking forward to... I'm personally looking forward to Captain America.
Captain America!
I think that's my #1 movie I'm looking forward to.
That just looks fantastic.
I'm really looking forward to that. You want to see Green Lantern really bad.
I do want to see Green Lantern.
I want Green Lantern not to suck.
Well, clearly I want it to not suck also.
Right, but I'm just less convinced than you are.
You know, I see your point. I think it could go either way.
I'm worried about it.
I'm not letting that anxiety get to me yet. It may be like a Thor thing where the more, the closer we get and the more you start seeing previews, the more I'm going to be like, oh crap, it's not going to be good.
I don't know. I want to like it and I'll see it.
It's very much a wait and see.
Very much so.
Yep.
But Cowboys and Aliens, I will see that bitch first day. Because that looks awesome. Want to see that so bad.
That's funny.
And you want to see Harrison Ford.
I went to go see Harrison Ford. I don't really care what he does. He could sit in a chair and drink a glass of milk. I would go see that.
Ooh, boy, I would not. I'm not ashamed to tell you, I would not watch that. I like Harrison Ford. I've seen a bunch of his movies. That is something I wouldn't look at.
Yeah, that's funny.
There's a lot about that makes me not want to see it at all. Ever. Ever! Ooh. I also am looking forward to Conan the Barbarian, although not necessarily a comic book or superhero movie. I still want to see it.
I haven't heard a lot about it. I haven't seen much about it.
Guys with a lot of muscles and no shirts.
We're just talking about Harrison Ford.
You're right. Why am I trying to convince you about that?
What part of that is congruous?
Sorry. I don't know. For a second, my head was somewhere else, and I thought...
I'm not even that enthralled with Ryan Reynolds' abs. My mother is, but I am not.
Ryan Reynolds sure is.
I'm sure he is.
He's completely enthralled.
Well, you know what? With all the money those abs have made him, I would be excited if those were my abs too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Maybe that's where I went wrong.
Well, I don't know.
So anyway, the bottom line is a lot of superhero movies coming out, and we're looking forward to most of them.
Most of them?
Most
I
of them.
think so.
So let's now move on to superheroes in comic book form.
Hooray!
Now we're going to just leap right into your favorite already. Going to leap right into it. Flashpoint
I'm so
#1.
Hooray!
Flashpoint #1, the big DC event. It's happening over way too many titles.
Yeah.
But Flashpoint
like 30
#1,
million.
yeah, Flashpoint #1 was fantastic.
I thought it was just phenomenal. Really, really good.
I loved the art. Andy Kubert, of course, doing the art. Jeff Johns is the lead writer, who's a genius. And, I love, you know how I love, like, alternate takes on costumes and heroes? That's basically all this book is right now.
Flashpoint is.
I'm so excited. Very excited about it. And you have a Flash fetish.
I do have a Flash. You know, I was reading that and I was like, oh, be still my little Flash loving heart. I was so excited.
Give a quick rundown of Flashpoint real quick for folks. Without spoilers.
Without spoilers. From what... It's a little bit hazy still, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you've read Road to Flashpoint. From what I can gather, Zoom has been able to use the Speed Force to basically time travel and alter his life to play out the way he wants. And it appears that he's altered everybody else's lives too. I mean, obviously he has this thing with Barry Allen. Anyway, and this is Barry Allen Flash that we're dealing with.
Yes.
Even though Jay Garrick is in here and Wally West is in there, there's
right.
pictures of all the Flash at the beginning there. He's screwed with everybody's lives.
Yeah.
He's screwed with Batman and apparently Superman and Wonder Woman is evil. That's her on the cover.
Yeah, I know. She's got a badass.
She's got this Well, she's married to Aquaman.
I don't know if they're married yet.
Or if they're hooked up.
I read that they're going to be... Aquaman and Wonder Woman are trying to control the world.
They were referred to as king and queen.
That's true.
That doesn't mean they're married, but
right.
they're involved.
Queen of the Amazons, king of Atlantis.
Could be. Could be.
Never know. They're trying to take over the surface.
But everything is completely different.
Yes.
Barry appears to be the only one with any recollection. How he has this recollection of everything.
Don't know yet.
We don't know. The Flash apparently doesn't even exist.
Right. But Cyborg is the main hero. And
Cyborg's badass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was kind of... I gotta admit, I knew that going in, and I was a little sketchy. I was like, man, how's this gonna work? But it really works.
When he shows up, you're kind of like, really? Cyborg? But it's believable.
I bought it.
It's absolutely believable.
Completely bought it.
Yeah.
Really liked it.
Loved it.
So, Flashpoint number 1. I don't know if we'll make
Thumbs way, way up.
Yes. This is your Rockin' Comic for the week.
Woohoo!
Absolutely. I have a second Rockin' Comic personally for those who, once again, if you're not into superhero books, I've been trying to give you something different. If you like Sherlock Holmes or that kind of vibe, Moriarty, The Dark Chamber, really good. I enjoyed the art.
The art's really good.
It's kind of a Sherlock Holmes story, but it's Holmes is dead. Moriarty has stopped being Moriarty, but now he's getting back into being Moriarty. And it's a good story, and it's a different take on the evil mastermind. So, pick it up. It's called Moriarty, Dark Chambers from Image Comics. I liked it a lot. It rocks as a comic, so there you go.
It's $2.99.
Yeah,
not that bad. Go buy it.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, go buy it.
So, New Avengers was out, and I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it.
That works.
That's really all I want to say about it. A little bit about your love of manga.
Yes, we're going to talk about a genre of shoujo.
Because manga is not a genre, which I said it was.
Manga is not a genre any more than comics is a genre.
No.
Shoujo is girls' manga.
Okay.
And traditionally what that is going to be a lot of romance. When I think of shoujo, that's what I think of. And the one that I'm reading right now that's like flat out girly shoujo manga is called Kimi ni Todoroke.
Well, it sounds girly manga, doesn't it?
Which is from me to you.
Okay.
It's been out for a while. I think it's been out for like a year and a half, and I've just picked up number 1 recently and looked up on the internet some other stuff. I'm gonna buy it.
They don't need to know that.
And I really like it. It's just one of those that I'm like, I really want to read something that, I know what I'm getting into. You kind of know what's going to happen. There's stuff that's predictable, and I don't think predictable is necessarily bad as long as you have fun getting there.
Right.
And that's how I feel this is. I'm enjoying it.
So the story's good and the art's good?
The story's good. The art's good. Definitely good. I'm also reading something called Otomen. The art is not my favorite, but it's good art.
Okay.
And that's, I would probably call it shoujo, but the main character's a guy. A girly guy.
Alright.
And his love interest is a tomboy. Very, very, very overtly tomboy. She's into fighting and I think it's sumo stuff.
Wow.
She can't cook. She can't sew.
Dang.
And he's like doing all these crazy flowery desserts, and he sews all these little like cute bears, and they're kind of balancing each other. So that's the other one that I'm reading right now. I think there's something else I'm reading, but there's not a lot that's out right now that I'm reading with regularity. And they come out like every 2 months, so it's hard to remember.
Exactly.
You go to the bookstore and you're like, oh yeah, I needed that one.
What was that? Make a list, bring it with you.
Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta read the back to be like, have I read this one? Yep.
Wait, this sounds a lot like you. I get them both. I don't know.
So yeah, that's my genre this week.
All right.
I'm a fan of shoujo. Next week we'll talk about some other stuff.
So we'll pick a different genre for a while?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Just go through some stuff. Maybe mention some older stuff.
Awesome. I'm getting a message as we're doing this, so there you go. That's basically going to be it. Don't forget, we have a new feature now to Rockin' Comics. It's the podcast version, and you can click it. It's probably down here. So click on that, read it. It's like 40 minutes of us expanding on everything we talked about today, and more.
Yeah.
Hence, expanding.
We talk about The Flash for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
Seriously, go listen to it.
Anyway.
I admit it.
That's okay.
I admit it.
That's fine. So make sure you check it out. Listen to that, and next week we'll be back with more stuff. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
See ya.
Bye.